For me, this is a dream come true. I grew up playing soccer in the United States and played all the way through college. And so the dream was to make it in Europe and wanted to play in English Premier League, La Liga. And so for me to play in the Santiago Bernabeu is just like, I'm ecstatic. I never thought it would be American football, but nevertheless, dream come true.
Yeah, growing up in America, playing baseball, you hope to get the chance to play where the New York Yankees play. And playing football, legendary stadiums like the Green Bay Packers and Chicago Bears. So now getting to play American football and coming to play where Real Madrid plays is just dream come true.
Yeah, this is huge just to be here and experience the culture. Huge fan of La Liga, English Premier League. So, to be here at Ground Zero is pretty cool.
Inglés, muy bien. Ah.
Hi, so welcome to the city. So you were saying, you obviously play soccer, so I'm curious, do you have a favorite player? You observed like European soccer players to continue improving your kicking abilities?
Yes, growing up, big fan. So I watched players. I grew up watching Cristiano Ronaldo at Manchester United and Dimitar Berbatov, Karim Benzema. And so like some of these players, I was a center forward, a number 9 striker. And so watching those guys, just play the game the way it's supposed to be played and just score goals, that's just kind of like where my love grew. And so watching all them, especially Benzema, Ruud van Nistelrooy as well, some of those guys that played in the English Premier League and then made the transition to play for Real Madrid. It's been my whole life growing up until I've switched to play American football. And so for me, this is just, again, like I am geeking out. Like this is ecstatic to play here in Real Madrid. Thank you.
My question is for Bon. And when you study offensive tackles nowadays, what has changed the most compared to when you came in the league?
I think every year they get bigger, stronger, faster. They get bigger, stronger, faster each and every year. They move better and more agile. The younger generation is just so athletic. So every single year they get bigger, stronger, faster for sure.
Thank you guys for being here. Tresmat, what would you say to the international audience that's maybe more familiar with quarterbacks, receiver, defensive ends to make them interested in special teams?
There's no doubt that we are the funnest part of the game. I'm so sorry, Vaughn, but it is kind of like Matt was sharing earlier. I think with the international audience, when you see the kickers and the punters, there's such a strong, soccer background where I grew up as a kid. After soccer practice, my dad would put a football, American football, on his toe and hold it, and we would back up and see how far back I could go on the soccer field and kick it over the soccer goal. So then when I started playing American football, kicking field goals and then punting, I would say it's 100% of all kickers and punters have some sort of, soccer background. That'd be my encouragement to the international audience.
Yeah, I just say that this is, growing up in Europe where soccer is the most popular sport and they all play as young kids, that they would all have, this is where they can relate the most. As you've seen, I think you've seen, Mbappe when he went to LA, he tried to kick some field goals, and I know Harry Kane has mentioned trying to do it as well. And so, if you've played some sort of soccer in your life, that it would come somewhat natural to you to be able to come out here and kick a football, whether it's punting or kicking field goals. And so I know we're a very small part of the game and we may get on the field once or twice, but we expect the stadium to be very loud when we're kicking. Yeah, to get loud and rowdy and to cheer when we're kicking, like a goal was scored. So.
Hi guys, one question first for Matt and the other one for Bon. Matt, you were talking about that you have played soccer. Maybe it will be easier for you to becoming a kicker. I suppose it's the same in the other side. What would be easier? Would it be easier for a kicker to play as a soccer player, or would it be for a soccer player to play as a kicker? And for Bon, you have been here in the league for a long time. How do you value the international expansion that NFL is making? Now you are in Madrid, but all these years, how do you see it? Thank you.
I would definitely say it's easier for a soccer player to become a kicker. You don't have to run.
Yes. No running.
No running. So there's no aspect of like being in shape, I would say. You don't have to run for 90 minutes. And so that was the hardest part, I guess, when playing soccer, is being in match fitness, being able to play for 90 minutes. And so that aspect alone just makes it easier. And so if you have any free kick, set piece history, you could figure out how to kick an American football pretty well. The technique changes just a bit, but I mean, it's much easier for a soccer player to kick. Yeah.
I think the league has just gotten bigger and bigger, and the audience that is drawn to football is continuing to grow as well. To have these international American football games is so cool. Back when I was young, back when I was a rookie in the league, you would have overseas, games here and there. They would go to London, and now just about every team, they try to get every single team to have an international game. So I think it's cool, whether it's in London. I think they had, was it Berlin this year, whether it's Germany or Spain. I think it's so cool, and it's great for the growth of our game.
Yeah, welcome to Spain. Both of you are Super Bowl winners. This team have a conference game last year, and this is not the season you expected. How your experience could help the team with a young quarterback, a young team to change the season, to again came back? Thanks.
I think it's so cliche to say, like, football isn't like everything, and you don't want to be tied to the outcome, but that's truly how it has to be. Of course we want to win, but of course we're motivated to go out there and play our best ball and win every single game. But at the end of the day, you can only control what you can control. And when me and Matt won a Super Bowl in LA, it's a little bit of luck tied to that too. Like, if it's for you, it's for you. It's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not. And all you can do is just control what you can control, and just don't have that blink or hesitation mindset. And, I just choose to live on the optimistic side of things. Like, it's still a chance for us to get it going. I still enjoy coming to work each and every day. Of course, I want to win. Of course, I want to, blow every team out and, have 3-4 sacks every single game. But sometimes you got to find the beauty in the losses too. So to be 36 years old and still experience this game that I started playing when I was 8 years old, it's truly a blessing. But the outcomes are outcomes, but you can't let who you are off the field be tied to whatever outcome that is.
Yeah, I would second. I mean, there's so much that goes into play into winning one game as opposed to going on and winning a Super Bowl. I mean, so there's a lot of luck that goes into it. There's a lot of staying healthy and things like that are tied to it. But some of the greatest lessons, football, life, are born in some of the hardest times. And I think when you go through setbacks and you go through these challenging times, that's really where you find yourself as a team, and being able to have that next man up mentality. And this is a great opportunity for other guys to step up and get a shot in the NFL and prove that they belong. And so just having your teammates back and, cheering them on and letting them step up and, step into the spotlight to be able to go on and make a name for themselves. I mean, these are where opportunities are born. And really, this is where you come closer as a team in the hardships and the struggles, not just the wins. And so it may not be what we expected, but it might be just what we need to come closer as a team to make a turn and be able to, get it going.
Gracias.
Gracias.
First off, I'm feeling good. Of course, I'm going into the game 100%. And then the second question,
I didn't.
that bell cow. He said there's no bell cow.
Oh, I mean, I think we just, as a unit, I think as a unit, we all just compliment each other, and we want to see each other win and go out there and play hard for each other and for the team. And, I think it's worked this season, and we continue to star in our roles, wherever the case may be, whether we got to go in short yardage, third down, whatever the case may be, we all can do it and have the capabilities and confidence in doing that. It's not translating.
No, he's talking. Can you hear me?
Kind of sticking along the bell cow stuff, you guys each are getting reps during the games and all that. Is it hard, or what's the challenge to get into a rhythm as a running back? Is it hard, and what things can you do if you're only getting 6-7 carries maybe to maybe make sure you're not trying to do too much to to try and find that rhythm?
I would say, just come from taking advantage of your opportunities, and I feel like practice get us ready for the limited opportunities we got. So I feel like we just got to take advantage.
Yeah, to go off what Bill said, to get in the rhythm for me, it's like whenever my number's called, y'all know, like the preparation, you go out there, you should feel comfortable. I think once you are on the field, you're in that rhythm. I don't know if it's different for these guys, but I think once you get that first hit, you're like, okay, I'm good. There's no set amount of plays to get you in that specific rhythm.
Hey guys, since you all have been over here together and you've had a chance to probably reconnect a little bit more, what have you seen from each other in practice this week?
I think it's the same. We're going into this thing, 11 weeks in camp, and I think we got a good rhythm going on, just a good routine going into every single game, knowing what is good for us going into the game as far as just our recovery, our film time, time spending, whether we going out to dinner, just spending time with the RBs, or, having that camaraderie. So then when we go on that field, we know who we playing for, and we know why we playing, and, just knowing each other off the field, I think helps us a lot more.
Yeah, I see. I think we're ready for it. I feel like this is an opportunity that not a lot of people get. As far as playing in the NFL in Spain, Madrid, I feel like we're ready. I feel like these last few practices, you can see from us that it doesn't matter who's in the game, we're all going to go out there and compete at 100%.
Yeah, just picking back up off what they said. We got a whole half of a season, and we just want to finish strong as a unit, as a team, and just go make some plays.
Question for Jacori. How special is for you in your rookie season to experience something like this, like playing an NFL game in Madrid?
It's an unreal moment right now. Just being right here with my brothers, talking to you guys. It don't get no better than this, and I truly mean that. And I'm just blessed to be able to do what I love with great people, and it's unreal right now.
Thank you.
Gonzalo Carbajo de la cadena COPE. Yo quería preguntaros qué sentís al estar en unas instalaciones como las del Real Madrid y si habéis podido hablar con el presidente o con algún jugador. Gracias.
No, I haven't talked to any of the players in the facility or complex, compound, whatever. This is nice. It's nice. It's been fun practicing here. From going from grass to turf, you get to experience the difference between the grass that we play on back in Washington versus the grass here, which is very different. But you know, I think it's a very cool experience that they even let us practice here.
It's not translating for me.
His translator not working. He says, "Have you got to meet any of the players? And then what do you think about the compound? Like the."
Oh no, I think the compound or wherever we're practicing is dope. You know, just being. I mean, it's a world-class soccer team, and just being able to be a part of something like this, and it's unreal. You know, these great athletes here, and we being able to be on the same field. I wish we could meet the players, you know, but I don't know if they're here or whatever. It's a lot of security around here, so you gotta protect, you know, some of the best athletes in the world. But I did see some of the younger guys around here where we were, but I mean, they can't. I think they was in school and class or whatever the case may be. But just a great opportunity just to be a part of something like this, and you know, it's just amazing to see it.
I mean, yeah, it definitely been special. Just a different atmosphere. Playing on new soil. So I mean, it's good to just have a new sighting for sure.
Did you learn any new word in Spanish?
I learned a couple things.
What you learned?
Hola. Hello, hola.
No way.
¿Cómo está?
Bien.
Muy bien. Muy bien, ¿y tú? That's as far as I go right now.
Ain't no way you just learned that.
That's it. ¿Cómo está? That's it, man.
Oh, bro. No way you learned that. J-Mac, you learn anything new?
What did I learn?
Como se dice?
Como se dice. Like, how do you say, you know? I had to ask that a lot. Like, what do I say? Como se dice, like hotel or something.
Really?
Yeah. Y'all got anybody?
Well, I didn't know como se dice, you had to say the next word in English. I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know. No, I haven't learned any new Spanish.
Maybe Vamos Commanders, which
Vamos
is like
Commanders.
Go
Yeah.
Commanders.
I did that earlier in the year for the network or something we did. I did say Vamos Commanders in that.
Okay, awesome. Thank you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate you.
We don't normally cover the team. We kind of talk through the practice week, what it looks like on a Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. So today, you want to really ramp your speeds up as you're getting closer so you can get more and more, you know, towards the mark as we're going to go. We also name game captains on this day. So each game, we name 3 captains that will lead us. And so on offense, Laramie Tunsil. And I thought just described him as consistency in all the work that he puts in. It shows up on game day, that consistent work. On defense, it'll be Johnny Newton. And so Jay-Z's, he's growing, resilient, and that's a guy that's got a lot of battle to him. You know, he's been banged up, played hurt, went for it. A lot of guys lean in, man, and he's one that does that. And then on special teams, Nick Ballore. I thought the speed, the hitting, what he demonstrates on that, on the cover unit, that's going to be a big part of this game, and field position. So Nick will lead us in that. And so as far as the week goes, we've had our head down, getting ready. But one thing that's cool to share with you is our stadium. It's actually right near the hotel. And you feel the energy of this great city and the game. And so we're really pumped to be part of the first game in Spain. So ready to get rocking with you guys and get started. You know what you do, Chick, on the bus rides over to here, you know, to the practice facility here. And you go right past the stadium, man. It's the coolest on the way here. Maybe it's a 15 or 20-minute ride, but that's when it hits you to say, okay, because you're in the hotel, you're just kind of going, you're in the meetings. You could put that meeting space anywhere. It's going to be the same of things that you do, but being out and knowing that, hey, we get to opt to do something that's first time here, that's not lost on us. We discussed that in the meeting today, and what a great op, man. You really got to go for it, but yeah, we're pumped to be a part of it. of somebody that you know or somebody that you're super close with. That happens in coaching where there's some guys that you're close with, but on that day, you're trying to go after them, like two brothers that are fighting, like, no, you're not getting the upper hand. I'm going to get the upper hand. So I don't have a preference on that. But knowing Mike and going against him from the offensive side specifically, this guy's got a great mind. He knows how to attack. He's very well-versed, run game, passing game. So we'll have our hands full, but no preference, going or not going. Oftentimes the division games get more intense because you play them twice a year, but they're all good. Great question. And oftentimes the biggest adjustment, especially for the position that Trey plays, it's just the absolute speed that's on the field, and the wide receivers in the NFL. So he adapted quickly in terms of learning it. You could tell by the time he left the end of the preseason and came back for training camp, man, he was ready. And he really went for it into that spot and earned a starting job because of that. And so part of that competition is going through training camp and proving it and going, and he was certainly up for that challenge and delivered. Sure. Well, first off, with Joe, it's different, but it's also really familiar. And he's somebody that I, really respect and enjoy working with. So having that space to go back and forth, that we know what that can vibe, that helps, John, because not having ever done it before, you'd feel a little feeling out process, but we know what that battle rhythm can look like together. And it'll be all of us, man, to play like we want, the consistency, that's coaching, that's players, that's all of us. And so I was clear on that, and talking to the team about that too. I liked it a lot today in terms of the practice. It was our most speed of the week. We called on that last night to make sure, hey, this has to be part of our practice. This has to be there. I like that the guys connected this week, obviously, doing their thing on their own dinners and that. Like the coaches were not involved with that, but their time together and also some of their families here too. That's a big deal. So what I wanted to see by today was this, and communication, the speed, the execution, and that's what I was, shooting for today. And so that's got to carry through into Sunday as we get, kind of the final preparations over the next day. Yeah, we definitely have had those conversations in a big way. We haven't hit our marks that we want to, and that's really important to us to find those standards together. And when you have them as a team and you fall below them, hey, man, what do you want to dig into? Because you can't just keep talking about it. You have to find your spaces to go do that. The best part about this game, it's the ultimate team sport, so you rely on one another to get that done. It's not one person that's going to, okay, it's just here and this is the reason. So collectively, I enjoy that process of doing that together, and that's what I want to see from our team. But as far as the motivation for that, it really comes from within, and how we want to play together.
Dan, what have you learned about the logistics of pulling off one of these trips and, adjusting to time and sleep and all that? And even though it's exciting, is it something you'd welcome to do annually, or would that be kind of difficult?
Good question, Barry. The NFL is here. No, I'm just kidding. Here's what I liked. There was a lot of thought that went into it. Even going in, do you leave right after a game and get there? Not a lot of people had done the research of if you went on a Monday and you flew overnight, and being there. I personally like getting the team together, and so I think, I don't know if there's a science behind that, but I know what that energy can look like when you connect. So having a time to go through that together to get here. I knew Wednesday you'd get going, not full speed, but yesterday we got to get full speed. Today, full speed work. I think that helps leading into a ball game. So I think you can do it. You have to be thoughtful about it, about when you go and when you don't. But so far, I liked this feeling and the idea of leaving on the Monday night. Tuesday, you arrive here in the morning. Tried to keep the players up. They had a workout, could do some things, so then go to bed Tuesday night to get into a normal routine. We knew it hurts a little bit in the beginning of the week, but then as you get closer to game day, man, you're ready to perform. And so I think if you could do it, yeah, I think there's a way. Depending on where you go, I guess. But the people here have been really on it. Operations, when to get here, the staff, the security, like you can just feel everything organized. And so I like it.
So, Coach, some new Spanish NFL fans haven't chose their team yet. Why should they choose the Washington Commanders? And talk a little bit about your identity. What does it mean to be a Washington Commander today?
Yes, being a Washington Commander at the core means being an absolute warrior. And that's what I want all of Spain to see us. And so every Commander fan that will be made over the weekend, that's a big deal. We actually talked about that. We get to put that on full display for the country, and we hope to earn that respect in this game. You'll hear a term that I'll use, it's called a hot hand. And what that means is sometimes somebody's feeling it or has a better, feel for it on this game or this scheme, and will lean into what would be considered a hot hand. The good news, these are three competitors that really support one another, so that makes coaching them, pushing each other, taking it to the next space really important, where Bill is a rookie and they're helping develop him. J-Mac's the most veteran of the group and has the most insights to share, but he's very consistent. So hot hand would be the way I would describe it. And they all get some carries, but someone usually establishes himself. Doesn't have to be for the whole year. Sometimes it might even be just for that game. And we've got confidence in them.
Here, Coach, you talked a lot about the nice things about these trips, but can you elaborate a little bit about the difficulties and what's the toughest things for the teams that are making these trips?
Sure. The toughest things is probably adapting to a new environment where the guys come to train and practice. And so how to get that all set up when you're on a normal road trip, you practice at your own facility and then pack up and go play. When you do an extended trip, now there's where do I go for treatment? Where do I go for the recovery work, the locker room? And so finding those spaces and getting into that vibe, it takes a few days. And so the first day coming, where do I go to change? Where do I go to do this? But if you have a few days of that, then you can find the routine. As any ball player would say, routine is very important. And so the more quickly you can adapt to that, you can get into that routine, I think, anywhere, but you do have to have the discipline, to go through it in each space.
Then usually politics is not like the topic in the locker room, but President Trump was really present in the last few weeks with the Washington Commanders, especially against the Lions. Do you address this as a head coach in the locker room, or is politics not a topic at all?
It's not a topic in our locker room. We have what in the NFL, a month dedicated to recognizing military men and women, and it's called Salute to Service. And during that month, it hits differently in Washington, D.C. because there's so many military leaders. So seeing all of those leaders at the game, including the president, I thought what a cool honor, to be part of the NFL, knowing that they support so much of the servicemen and women. So I was certainly proud to be a part of that. But as far as the politics go, the guys really stay connected onto the events that are most specific to them. And oftentimes, you don't want that to be a division. And so on this particular team, it's a very tight and connected group. But that's it.